This is the perfect homemade French fries or chips in the UK or the land down under. It all starts with choosing the right potato. But which variety should we pick? Let's find out. Hang on, we're not just making chips here, we also prepared home-style fried fish fillet. Try saying that 5 times fast. Let's make the homemade French fries or chips first. Making delicious French fries or chips from scratch is a fun and rewarding process. The first step to making perfect French fries or chips is selecting the right potatoes. Russet potatoes, also known as Idaho potatoes, are the best choice due to their high starch content and low moisture. This combination results in fries that are crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside. Start by thoroughly washing the potatoes to remove any dirt. You can soak them into a sink with water for a while, around 15 to 20 minutes. Then, to thoroughly clean the potatoes, brush off the dirt that's sticking onto the potatoes. Repeat the same process to the other potatoes. You can choose to peel the potatoes or leave the skin on for a more rustic texture. We prefer to peel potatoes. Use a vegetable peeler to remove the skin, making sure to get rid of any blemishes or eyes. Set aside. But having a potato with eyes is kind of weird, right? Consistency is the key for even cooking. Before we cut the potatoes, this is a little bit controversial. Soaking the sliced potatoes in water helps to draw out some, quote-unquote, of the starch from the middle of the potato, resulting in a sturdy, crispy French fries. But by making this method, we will discover a huge difference on its texture and flavor. Let me show you how. In a large mixing bowl, pour 2 to 3 tablespoons of table salt or any salt that you can find in the kitchen, and then a liter of enough water to fully submerge all the cut potatoes. Mix well until salt is fully dissolved and turn into one solution. Set aside. Cut the potatoes into uniform strips to ensure even cooking. Aim for strips about a quarter to a half inch thick, 5 to 12 centimeters. To achieve this, first slice the potato into even slabs. Then, cut each slab into sticks, creating a French fries or chips form. Uniformity is key to achieving that perfect crispiness. Soak the sliced potatoes in salt water we have prepared. Naturally, there is moisture or water present in the potatoes, and by soaking cut potatoes in salt water, moisture or water content is drawn to higher concentrations of salt. This is a process called osmosis. Whatever that means. Osmosis! Osmosis is the movement of a solvent across a semi-permeable membrane from an area of lower solute concentration to an area of higher solute concentration. Yeah, I can hear you. I just made it more complicated, right? Let's do some diagram here. And I don't even know what solute means. Or solvent, or permeable, or membrane. Why? Movement of water across a Mama, bakit ang big word? Movement of water across a semi-permeable membrane. Like a cell membrane, water always moves through higher concentrations of solutes, like sodium chloride, which is the term for table salt. The trickier term. If you surround the cell with hypertonic solution, the one that contains a higher concentration of solutes than the inside of the cell, water will want to leave the cell towards the hypertonic solution. This will cause the cell to get smaller. I'm going to show later what I'm stating in this diagram. On the other hand, if you surround the cell with hypotonic solution, which has a lesser/lower concentration of solutes than the inside of the cell, water will want to move in where there are more solutes. This will cause the cell to puff up or inflate, or perhaps even explode. Mama, this is just turning into a science experiment instead of cooking. Why?
Uh-oh.
And did I not mention the big words? Please. I can't think of any parodies today, sorry. So how long do you need to soak potatoes? Soaking potatoes for 3 to 4 hours is sufficient, but you can soak them for a longer time. The longer you soak the fries, the crispier they will be. So we're going to soak this overnight. You can put them in the fridge, or if you live in a cold place, just leave it in the kitchen. The next day. This is what we're talking about. The cut potatoes should be wobbly, easily bent, and if you are trying to break them, they do not easily snap. This is a good sign that we reduce the excess moisture from the potatoes. When they are done soaking, rinse the potatoes so we diminish the extra salt. Drain the water from the bowl and dry the potatoes very well by tilting the strainer. While we're waiting for the fries to draw the water off, let's prepare the flour mixture. I've been using this plastic for flour mixture for about years now. I mean years. I can't count anymore. Yeah, that long. We don't throw out the excess out from the previous use. We just put this into the freezer after every use and then reuse it to the next. So, add a dash of freshly ground pepper. So, add a dash of freshly ground black pepper, MSG. Remember that we already soaked the fries in salt water, so we're not adding any more salt in the flour mixture. 7 tablespoons of flour, 3 tablespoons of rice flour. You can also put a teaspoon of cayenne pepper if there's any. Mix well. This dry mixture creates a crunchy coating on the fish. Set aside. Pound 5 cloves of garlic. Place the pounded garlic into a large mixing bowl. Put 1 egg. Put a little bit of MSG, salt, and freshly ground black pepper. Set aside. I wrap the fish fillet on a paper so I'll absorb. I wrap the fish fillet on paper so I will absorb the excess liquid. Any fillets, including mild flavor white fish, Any fillets, including mild flavor white fish, red snapper, and basa fish will work. If frozen, thaw the fillets in the refrigerator. Cut the fish fillet into your desired length, but make sure they can fit in your frying pan. Dredge them one by one, mix well, and then add another fish. Mix well until well combined. And lastly, put them all together. Dredge them until all the fish is fully coated of wet batter. Set aside. In a clean surface, place a large plate. Pour the dry flour mixture onto another small plate. Dip 1 fish fillet into the flour mixture. Press the flour on the fish fillet. Make sure they are completely coated on all sides. After that, rest them into the large plate. Let them rest for about 15 minutes or so. It's important to allow the fish fillet to rest before frying so the coating has a chance to hydrate and get a little sticky. Otherwise, it can slide right off of the fish when it's placed in the hot oil. Repeat the same procedure with the remaining fillets. Let's have the different dipping sauce. Barbecue sauce, chili sauce, ketchup, spicy mayo, sweet chili sauce are the most perfect partner for fish and chips as tartar sauce. In a wok over high heat, put 1 part of used oil and 1 part of new oil. We're not talking about healthy options right now. If you just want to eat healthy food, then don't eat anything that's fried. For now, let's make something that will release some happy hormones. Moving on, the ideal temperature to fry is 180 degrees Celsius. Although without a problem, it's a little hard to tell, but dropping a piece of fries in the oil and if it fizzles like crazy, it's ready. In batches, carefully place the potato strips into the hot oil and cook. Don't overcrowd the pan or wok because you don't want your food to be catching COVID-19, am I right? Okay, that's old news now, okay. A crowded pan can cause undercooking, uneven cooking, and overflowing of the oil. To prevent splattering oil or burning yourself, fry them until they are turned golden. Fry them until they turn golden and crispy pale color. Remove the fries from the oil using a slotted spoon or a wire basket and let them drain on paper towels. Do the same process for the remaining potato strips. Now we can fry the fish and cook. Almost the same method. Fry the fish until golden color. Remove the fish from the oil. Sprinkle them with salt or MSG while they're still hot, so the salt sticks well. Now let's do the plating. Most people think that fish and chips originated in England. This is not actually factual. The actual history of fish and chips is Trish. Why do I keep mentioning Trish? I don't even know who she is. The actual history of fish and chips is traced back to the 15th century Portugal, where the dish actually was invented. Like so many other famous dishes, fish and chips were created out of necessity. Finally, I didn't mention Trish, even though I don't even know who Trish is. If you're liking this video, please follow or subscribe. Hit the bell icon, share, like this video, and comment down below. Thank you for watching this video and stay tuned for more recipes that awaits. See you in the next videos, my dear repeaters. Bye-bye to all of my repeaters. That is all from COOKreapEAT.
No, wait, not me pala. I'm not going to have rice.